To make the straight cut method of drafting out a 6 pieces, a long 6 pieces dress is you're going to need your, of course, your basic bodies. Okay, we won't be needing our skirt block, okay, because we're not including any demarcation for our dress. So we're going to only need our basic bodies. From then we can draft out the skirt part of the 6 pieces dress. Okay, so then you also need your bust circumference, of course, your waist circumference, and your hip circumference. Then you will need your skirt length. Okay, you're going to need your skirt length as well, and you're also going to need the distance between your waist and your knee. Okay, this can be 18 inches. My skirt length can be 45 inches. My hip circumference is 44. Then what else? That's basically all. So you're going to need your bust circumference, your waist circumference, your hip circumference. You're also going to need your hip height. Okay, this is the distance between your waist and your hip. Okay, mine is, I think it's 9.5. So these are the measurements you're going to need to draft a straight cut for your 6 pieces dress pattern. Now, like I already explained, the cutting method we are going to use to achieve this is the precessing. Like I explained before, we are going to be applying our precessing to enable us achieve the 6 pieces drafting. But now we want to draft out our skirt part. We already know that this will not be enough, okay, for our skirt part. So I'm going to attach another piece of paper to it. So perhaps by attaching this, we'll not be able to get the exact length of our dress. So we already know that this is our waist, so our skirt is expected to start from here. So we're just going to mark out the various bodies level, which is the bust, and this is our waist. Okay, so from the waist we measure our hip height. Okay, so from the waist, let's assume that the hip height is 4 centimeter. No, let's assume it is 3 centimeter. Okay, so measure right here. So this is our hip level for our dress. Okay, so then we measure our waist to knee as well. For my measurements, it is 18 inches. So we are going to measure from there on downwards. So let's assume 6 right here. 6 here is our hip length. It's our 18 inches. Let's say mark, and then we draw a line. So this is our hip level, and this is our knee. Remember, this is usually 2 inches above the actual knee level, so it's not actually the knee level, it is 2 inches above the knee level. Okay, so then we'll measure out our skirt length. From the statistics I have, it is 45 inches. So I'm going to measure for my waist again down. So let's assume that 11 right here is 45 inches. I hope you can see that. Okay, so we draw a line across. Okay, so this is our skirt length. Now we're going to measure 2 inches from this level. Okay, 2 inches from this level for our hemming. Okay. I'm just going to write hemming. So now we have all our body levels laid out for our dress. We have our bust, waist, hip, knee, and bottom of the skirt. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do now is measure out 1/4 of our hip measurement. Okay, remember this is the back and this is the front, which means that from here we have to include our zip allowance. Okay, so this is a dress and we are not doing any demarcation of the waist, so we always include a zip slope, or should I say, yeah, I can name it that, a zip slope, because of how we want to save our, how do I put it, our zipper from sticking out. Okay, so we are going to continue with this. Just extend this if it's 1 inch, okay, from here. So let's assume this is 1 inch from there, and then we extend our zip allowance in. Okay, and then we'll continue in a straight line. Okay, so you can see that. So this is our zip allowance extended, the zip allowance extended. Okay, so now we will measure 1/4 of our hip measurement. My hip circumference is 44. 1/4 of it is 11 inches. Now there's no way we can actually leave it at 11 inches. We'll add 1.5 inches to it to have 12.5 for seam allowance. So we measure. So let's assume right here is 12.5, and here is also 12.5. So the next thing we are going to do is measure out the circumference of the knee. Now you can go ahead, sorry I forgot to include that in our statistics, you can go ahead and measure yourself. So let's assume that the knee circumference is 40. So you divide your 40 by 4 and you have 10. So you measure out your 10 right here. 10, let's assume here is 10 and here is 10. So now we'll draw a straight line from our knee straight downwards, and you can decide how much flare you want to attach for your 6 pieces. So let's assume I want my flare to be 5 inches wide, so I'm going to assume that my 1 centimeter right here is 5 inches, and mark, and I come here and do the same and mark. So now I'm going to join all the points together. Okay, so you can see that. So we have our hip, our knee, and the bottom of our dress. Now we're going to see this point right here. We're going to use our curve ruler to curve the edges to the hemming line. You can see this point right here, okay, where the actual bottom of the dress stops. And we're going to use a hip curve ruler to curve it into the hemming line, like so. Okay, so now that we have drafted our whole dress, as you can see, this is the back and this is the front, and we succeeded in including our zip allowance, and we also extended it to the skirt part of our dress. And the next thing we're going to do is include a dart. Now, like I said, we want to the only way we can achieve, or the only way we can actually demarcate our dress using the straight cut method is by using a piece of seam. So we extend our bust level, of course, to the front line, and just like before, we measure 1 inch downwards for the front, and then we mark out our regular dots. Okay, so you can see that at the back is higher than that at the front. Now to insert your crease seam, you know what to do. You mark 1/2 of your armhole, and then use your cobbler to extend it to the dots. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is extend our dot line, okay, to a knee level, just like we did before. Dot line to the knee level, then increase our flare to the same amount that we increased it here, which was 5 inches. Then we extend it 5 inches more, like before. Okay, and we do the same for the back piece, and then curve it, okay, to join this. Curve it as well. To join this. Then don't forget to extend the other side, okay? So you can see how it now looks without a demarcation. So when I'm tracing it out, when I'm cutting out my front and back pieces, I'm going to trace it like this, okay? And flare, then my mid piece. So I'm going to trace it out now so you can see how it looks. So you can see that after cutting, you can now see our front piece and our back piece, and you can see that there is no demarcation at the waistline for your skirt. It's cut out straight. So once your fabric is enough to achieve this, then you just go ahead and cut out. So that is it on cutting or making a pattern for a 6-piece dress. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on my pattern drafting tutorials. Bye.